1 Bali, Indonesia. Bali is a living postcard, an Indonesian paradise that feels like a fantasy. Soak up the sun on a stretch of fine white sand, or commune with the tropical creatures as you dive along coral ridges or the colorful wreck of a World War II warship. The artistic capital of Ubud is the perfect place to see a cultural dance performance, take a batik or silversmithing workshop, or invigorate your mind and body in a yoga class. 2. London, United Kingdom. The Crown Jewels, Buckingham Palace, Camden Market. In London, history collides with art, fashion, food, and good British ale. A perfect day is different for everyone. Cultural aficionados shouldn't miss the Tate Modern and the Royal Opera House. If you love fashion, Oxford Street has shopping galore. For foodies, cream tea at Harrods or crispy fish from a proper chippy offers classic London flavour. Music and book buffs will love seeing Abbey Road and the Sherlock Holmes Museum, at 221B Baker Street, of course. 3. Paris, France. Lingering over pain au chocolat in a sidewalk cafe, relaxing after a day of strolling along the Seine and marveling at icons like the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe. Awaken your spirit at Notre Dame, bargain hunt at the Marché aux Puces de Montreuil or for goodies at the Marché Biologique Raspail, then cap it all off with a risque show at the Moulin Rouge. 4. Rome, Italy. Rome wasn't built in a day and you'll need much more than a day to take in this timeless city. The city is a real-life collage of piazzas, open-air markets, and astonishing historic sites. Toss a coin into the Trevi Fountain, contemplate the Colosseum and the Pantheon, and sample a perfect espresso or gelato before spending an afternoon shopping at the Campo de Fiore or Via Veneto. Enjoy some of the most memorable meals of your life here, too, from fresh pasta to succulent fried artichokes or a tender oxtail stew. 5. New York City. Conquering New York in one visit is impossible. Instead, hit the must-sees, the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and then explore off the beaten path with visits to the cloisters or one of the city's libraries. Indulge in the bohemian shops of the West Village or the fine dining of the Upper West Side. The bustling marketplace inside of Grand Central Station gives you a literal taste of the best the city has to offer. 6. Crete, Greece. The birthplace of both the king of the Olympian gods and of modern European civilization, Crete is a Mediterranean jewel. It's rich with archaeological and mythological history that's reflected in its ancient ruins and cultural attractions. Soak up the charming atmosphere of Chania Town's old Venetian harbor or the fortresses and monasteries of Rethymnon. The awesome Minoan ruins of Malia date to 1900 BC, and majestic Mount Ida is said to be home to the cave where Zeus was born. 7. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona feels a bit surreal, appropriate, since Salvador Dali spent time here and Spanish Catalan architect Antoni Gaudí designed several of the city's buildings. Stepping into Gaudi's Church of the Sacred Family is a bit like falling through the looking glass, a journey that you can continue with a visit to Parkville. Sip sangria at a sidewalk cafe in Las Ramblas while watching flamboyant street performers, then create your own movable feast by floating from tapas bar to tapas bar. 8. Siem Reap, Cambodia. When the morning light washes over the overgrown temples and ruins of Angkor Wat, a simple Siem Reap sunrise becomes a profound event. The ancient structures are contained within one of the largest religious complexes in the world. The complex and the 12th century Angkor Thom royal city are considered the main reasons to visit Siem Reap. Get a lesson in national history at the Cambodian Cultural Village, and a lesson in bargaining at the Angkor Night Market, a bonanza of shopping stalls, food vendors, and bars. 9. Prague, Czech Republic. The bohemian allure and fairy tale features of Prague make it a perfect destination for beach-weary vacationers who want to immerse themselves in culture. You could devote an entire day to exploring Pražský hrad, Prague Castle, then refueling over a hearty dinner at a classic Czech tavern. Spend some time wandering the Old Town Square before heading over to gape at the Old Town Hall and astronomical clock. Prague's best bars are found in cellars, where historic pubs set the scene for a night of traditional tippling. 10. Phuket, Thailand. Thailand's largest island is an international magnet for beach lovers and serious divers, who enthusiastically submerge themselves in the Andaman Sea. Blue lagoons and salmon sunsets make for a dreamlike atmosphere, and indeed, a vacation here can feel a bit surreal. 11. Istanbul, Turkey. The mosques, bazaars, and Turkish baths of Istanbul could keep you happily occupied for your entire trip, an eyeful of breathtaking architecture here, a good-natured haggle over a carpet there. Kick your trip off at the awe-inspiring Sultanahmet Camii, Blue Mosque, which is visible from many points of the city. Stroll the Galata Bridge and stop by the miniature park to see its tiny artifacts. The Grand Bazaar has thousands of shops to browse, while the Egyptian Bazaar is a fragrant trove of spices and fruits. 12. Jamaica. Is there anything better than stretching out like a cat in a warm patch of Jamaican sun? Only if you sprinkle your island vacation with a dash of adventure. Known fondly as the land of wood and water, Jamaica's forests feature prime hiking and bird watching. History buffs scan the heritage sites of Trelawney, while reggae and dancehall fans will love the authentic music clubs of Kingston. Montego Bay is perfect for snorkeling and shopping, while the spas of Ocho Rios can make any stresses melt away. 13. Hoi An, Vietnam. This city on the central Vietnamese coast is a well-preserved example of the important Southeast Asian trading port it was from the 15th–19th centuries. Already a common stop for backpackers, it is becoming better known to tourists. On the 14th day of each lunar month, the town trades its electric lights for traditional colored lanterns. Sights include the Japanese covered bridge and the Quan Kong Temple. Let the town's expert tailors make you some bespoke clothing. 14. 14. St. Petersburg, Russia. The second largest city in Russia, St. Petersburg is the country's cultural heart. View splendid architectural gems like the Winter Palace and the Kazan Cathedral, and give yourself plenty of time to browse the world-renowned art collection of the Hermitage. Sprawling across the Neva River Delta, St. Petersburg offers enough art, nightlife, fine dining and cultural destinations for many repeat visits. 15. Roatan, Bay Islands. The best way to cap off a day of pristine Roatan reef diving and heart-pumping adventure is to sip a sunset cocktail by the beach. From ziplining to deep-sea fishing to exploring the military-protected archipelago of Cayos Cochinos, the Honduran island is a playground for lovers of water sports and ecotourism. Landlubbers will adore the Carambola Botanical Gardens, touring the Stone Castle Cameo Factory, or exploring the beaches on horseback. 16. Marrakesh, Morocco. The Red City of Marrakesh is a magical place, brimming with markets, gardens, palaces, and mosques. Exploring the intimate courtyards and snaking alleyways of the historic Medina can easily eat up a day. find inner peace at the serene Jardin Majorelle or take in the beauty of one of the city's historic mosques, taking note that, unless you are Muslim, you are not allowed to enter. 17. Ambergris Cay, Belize Gaze. Ambergris Cay hovers in a vacation sweet spot, just enough amenities to make it exciting, but not so overdeveloped that you're tripping over flip-flop tourists. A mangrove swamp is the eye of this white beach island, the largest in Belize, and golf carts are the main form of transportation along the sandy roads. Reef divers drool over the Belize Barrier Reef and the Blue Hole, a 400 feet deep circle of limestone that teems with angelfish, elkhorn coral, cleaner shrimp and stalactites. 18. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. With its plentiful beaches, dramatic mountains, and backdrop of samba and bossa nova rhythms, it's easy to fall in love with Rio de Janeiro. Made famous in song, Ipanema Beach is still the place to stroll, sunbathe, and be seen. The largest Art Deco statue in the world, Christ the Redeemer, beckons visitors to Corcovado Mountain. Rio's annual carnival celebrations are bacchanalian extravaganzas of feasting, music, dance, and costumed revelry. 19. St. Martin. Get the experience of visiting 2 island colonies in the same 37 square miles. St. Martin's spicy marriage of Caribbean, French and Dutch cultures matches its physical diversity. The island is both urban and untamed, with rainforest-like landscapes, white beaches, and amazing caves and wildlife. 20. Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Playa del Carmen is one of the top diving destinations in the world, thanks to vibrant sea life and dazzling underwater caverns. On dry land, Playa is a hipper and more modern version of the fishing village it once was. Spend some quality time on the golf course or wave hello to the playful spider monkeys at the Jungle Place Sanctuary. Explore the ancient ruins of the Cobamayan village, or get in some quality people watching as you shop and stroll along 5th Avenue. 21. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Dubai is a destination that mixes modern culture with history, adventure with world-class shopping and entertainment. Catch a show at the Dubai Opera, see downtown from atop the Burj Khalifa and spend an afternoon along Dubai Creek exploring the gold, textile and spiced souks. If you're looking for thrills, you can float above the desert dunes in a hot air balloon, climb aboard a high-speed ride at IMG Worlds of Adventure or skydive over the Palm Jumeirah. 22. Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands. The farther you go from Grand Cayman's busy docks, the more peace and quiet you will find at Stingray City, actually a sandbar. Stingrays swim alongside you in the tranquil waters. Closer to town, travelers report finding some of the best massage and spa services anywhere in the Caribbean. 23. Kathmandu, Nepal. Nepal's capital is surrounded by a valley full of historic sites, ancient temples, shrines, and fascinating villages. Mingle with locals and animals amid Durbar Square's monuments, or join mountain trekkers in the bustling Thamel district. Explore shops for exquisite work by local artisans, carpets and paper prints are specialties. 24. Bora Bora, Society Islands. Turquoise lagoons, soft white sands, and deep tangerine sunsets set the scene for romance on the island so nice they named it twice. Mingle with tropical fish as you flutter around coral gardens or Tupatipiti Point, or relax in a self-driving tour as you take in beautiful views of the once volcanic Mount Hotmamu. At the lagoonarium you can watch shark feedings and swim with turtles. cap it all off with a succulent meal at one of the island's fine French restaurants, then sip a tropical cocktail under the stars. 25. Cusco, Peru. Incan majesty and Andean Baroque exist side by side in Cusco's stone streets, epitomized by the Coriacancha Palace and the Church of Santo Domingo flanking the Plaza de Armas. In this high-altitude melting pot of Amerindian and Mestizo culture, you'll find extraordinary textiles, lively summer festivals and archaeological wonders.